Okay, so welcome to the second video, and in this video I will show you how you can change the coloring, perspective and the lighting of an image. So as you can see, this doesn't blend in at all to the background image, and we can change that pretty easily. This both images will be pretty tricky to do, but we can handle it well. So I have also opened the Ready Edit here, and this will help me to explain things for you, because sometimes for me it's kinda hard to explain smoothly things, so I'm sure this will help a lot me to explain things for you. Okay, so let's start with the gate. So as you can see, this background image is taken from a higher perspective than the gate, so we are going to fix this to fit to the background image. Always match the perspective with the background image. So we're going to press Ctrl T, and then we're going to choose here perspective. Okay, so then we're going to squeeze this a bit. So as you can see, it will start to fix the perspective like this. When you drag it here, it will make it a lower perspective, and you can also play around with this a lot. But yeah, we are going to now focus on making it look great, of course. So now we're going to click the perspective and then squeeze it a bit. So as you can see, it will start to look like it's taken from the right perspective. And in my opinion, this looks a bit too like squeezed up in vertically. So we're going to take the distort tool here, distort, and then drag this down a bit so it looks a little bit more how it should look. Okay, something like this. And then I want these pillars to be straight down. Now they are kind of squeezed in like this. So we're going to take the warp tool for that. And in this you can change, you can drag anything. You can like make this any shape as you want. But yeah, let's drag here like this and make it straight. And then from this a bit there and a bit there. And then from this part a bit to the left, and here also a bit to the right, like this. And then we're going to click enter. Okay, and now when we compare it to the original one, it is starting to look something like this. Maybe we need to do it a little bit bigger. So press shift and then you can scale it like this. If you don't have shift, then it goes like pretty badly. So always shift when you want to scale things up, like this. And maybe I could take the perspective a bit down more. And then we're going to place it to its place like this, to the middle. And then enter. Okay. And now I'm going to show you how you can blend this on here. So we're going to click here, and this adds a layer mask to the image. Okay, and we have a blank white here. And in layer masks there is one important rule, and it's black removes and white reveals. And as you can see, now we have a white layer mask and everything is shown here. Then if we click the brush here, and we have a black color here, and flow and opacity at 100, and when we paint here, as you can see, it removes, black removes, white reveals. Okay, so remember that. So we have to make this look more like it comes out of the water instead that it will be like on the water. So we're going to zoom in Alt and then scroll closer, and we're going to take flow out a bit. As you can see, if we drag now, it will take everything out like that. But when we take the flow down a bit, maybe to 30 like this, then you can like push easily here like this, so it's the change won't be that strong. Okay, so we're just going to paint here a bit so it looks like it's coming out of the water instead that it's on top. And you can change the brush size easily by clicking Alt, pressing Alt, and then dragging, click right mouse button and then drag to the right or to the left. And if you want to change the hardness, then up or down. Okay, so you don't have to always go here and change the things here, because that takes some time. So try to be comfortable with doing like this, so you will save a lot of time. Okay, so maybe we take it a little bit in more. Okay, something like this, a lot better in my opinion. And then the same to this one. Oops. You can change easily the colors here by clicking X. X will change this. And if you have different colors here, then you can just click this and it will reset the colors back to black and white. And then you can change it with X. Okay. So remember that also. And now we're going to paint here and remove a bit of the sharp edges. Maybe take the hardness down a bit so that looks good in my opinion. Okay, as you can see now it looks more like it's coming out of the water instead that it will be on top of the water. And then we're going to click on the layer mask, Control and then the layer mask. And then we're going to choose the quick selection tool here, and we're going to make it a bit smaller, and then we just press here, and now it will select only the layer mask selection. If we will do it like Control and here, then it will select also the parts that we don't want the adjustments on. So here and then here, and now it's only visible here. And now we're going to choose hue and saturation here. So we're going to change the colors with this. And if you don't have this adjustment panel like this, you can also take it from layer and then new adjustment layer and then hue and saturation here. But yeah, it's also visible here. And now as you can see, it made a layer mask here. And remember, black shows and black removes and white reveals. So now if we take the saturation up, it will only affect the gate and not the background image. If this would be fully black, like if we paint it black, like this, now it won't affect anything. And if we would paint it white, now it will affect the whole image. Okay, so that's just to make sure you now understand how the layer mask works. Okay, then we're going to take a couple adjustments back, and now we are here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take the lightness out a lot. Somewhere minus 50 would be great here. Yeah, something like this. And then the saturation down a bit. But I want to maintain some of the color. So what you can do with hue and saturation, you click this hand and then select the color here. Pick the color and this will detect it. And now I want to make the reds show a bit more. So then I can go to saturation like this and make the reds pop out a bit more. And then you can also, if you want to make the gate look a different color, you can change it here easily. I think in the original image I had it more like pink looking than a bright red, dark red I mean. Okay. So that's, in my opinion, very good. So now we have changed the lighting in this, and there is one trick you can do more if you have an image that has a light coming to it. So you can pick the burn tool, and if you have a highlight here, then you can choose here highlights and then put the exposure to 50, and then you can like take the highlights completely out. Like this will help you remove them if you have strong highlights. Now we don't have very strong highlights, but I'm going to paint a bit here and here, so that's good. Okay, so now we have our gate. So the next thing we're going to do is to focus on our boat. Okay,